everybody, how's it? Aloha. Okay, my second drop for the day. Brand new band, hence brand new song. First time listening to Parkway Drive, song called Karma. The Deftones one I just dropped, getting some really fun comments and feedback on it. Just as for those of you who are going to check out this video, if you're familiar with the band, any fun, cool stories about the band, drop in the comments. Any other songs from this band you may want me to check out, drop in the comments. Once again, any advertisement that plays during this video, copyright claim, channel's not monetized. They got to make some money somehow. If you guys see fit, want to buy me a cup of coffee, that link will be down below. Also, the link for their music and Spotify will be down below because I like to support all the artists that I do my decomposition on. As the old composer, I shall decompose. So anyhow, let's do this. Parkway Drive, Karma. All right. All right, this is without a doubt a super sick riff hook bomb here. First of all, I like that they're shooting on the beach. Beach guy, all right. The phrasing and the syncopated work of the front half of the riff was kind of familiar sounding in the sense that I didn't have to fight to lock into something, and it was reasonably accessible to my pattern of hearing. The second riff, when they cut the tempo, it sounded like it was a complete tempo change. I wasn't really trying to lock down on whether or not they just went into a full halftime stop, and it was the same exact tempo, but it felt like the tempo change. That riff was sick because in the syncopated arrangement of it, the downbeat of what the drums was playing was pretty square to what I was feeling. But when the riff came in as a syncopated arrangement, it came over on, I want to say it's the and of an eighth, or 16th, I think it was. That nudges it just past what you would viscerally feel is like, okay, the riff's going to start, but it was, that thing that it was off a little bit. That's what syncopation is that it's not necessarily meter change or anything like that, though you can phrase and batch arrangements that feel like meter changes, but if you trick out your syncopation enough, you can give it that element, but it's not. That riff was sick. And not only that, there was really good motion around the riff that reflected chord changes. I've said this before in many songs that have really intense guitar playing, very riffy, chuggy, and high intervallic kind of playing, that they are based around a lot of times actual chords. There's only 3 chords that are there, quote unquote, potentially, but they're deciding to play it obviously as a riff. Musicians, you know what I'm talking about. Since most of my friends that are on this journey with me as subscribers, you're the pure listener. What that means is that there are 3 chords that are, I don't know, how do you say this, part of a structure, but how a musician decides to play that chord, whether it's just all like, a full power chord, jugga, or da-da-da-da-da, those notes are in the chord. It's up to the arranger on how they want to express themselves through each chord. to give us what they give us. In this case, the riffiness that went through this kind of transcended these three chords, and I really dug that. Bass player's absolutely sick. The drummer was just killing it. I have something to say about the drummer in a little bit. And the lead singer, who I don't know what the words are, you know how I am about that, he's got a really crispy but ballsy tone in his screaming or his growling. That's really unique. I got to listen to a little more of it, but I wanted to dive in really quick, deeply on these riff hook bombs that they've got going there, and the fact that they're on the beach. I don't know if they're wearing sunblock. You know how I am about sunblock, man. All right, here we go. All right.
Insanity. I fight my way from the gates of hell. I hold on.
I'm sorry, I'm being pulled away from listening to the music because did all these guys just bust out and go surfing? All right, that's just mental. All right, now I'm in it. I'm in it to win it no matter what. But let me just go back. I wanted to say something about the drums. This kick, the sound of the kick on this engineering, to me, is just one of the top 3 EQ'd sounding kicks. There's a school of training when it comes to engineering drums. You know, you have different ways that you can shape and sculpt out the EQ on the kick, and there's so many different variables also depending on the type of music of it. Very tight a reflection on the kit, which means there's not a lot of deep reverb. Obviously the snare, like I always mention, is taking a little bit of that more of an ambient position there. Excuse me, it's not a pinky little snare or something in there, but that sound of the kick locked in with the bass is such a it's a soul sucker. It's like you know. Now let's go to the video. Now, hopefully I don't get blocked on this video because it's a music video, but these guys surf. That's just crazy. So I don't know if he was doing kind of a stale fish tail flip thingy there, but is he using straps? I mean, is that what's going on? No, okay, I'm sorry. I digress. Okay, I have to keep going. Oh, and the other thing too that I loved about the drums too is that as much as the fills and everything is just crushing, when a drummer or the arrangement actually does stuff where it's silence. You know how I am about silence. You know, it's silence that creates the music, and everything stops, and then he does this like bing bing on the bell. It's just a completely different, it's a reset button. To me, it's like a power reset button. It's like click, alt, delete, get ready, and now we're gonna get you, you know, kind of a thing. So anyhow, I digress. Here we go. Let's watch some surfing. Man, that was a great example. That last bit of the riff that was going on there when I was talking about da 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 da. Those were in essence chord changes, if you would, that I was talking about, except they're designed to riff and tear through it. I also like just the melodic playing of the lead guitar during, I think it was about a 12-bar phrase there. Just, you know, what I liked about this is definitely this is like full-on metal, heavy, you know, rock composition, but there were these outside elements that kind of reminded me of, like, you know, thrasho surf punk metal kind of vibe, and I'm not saying that because I was influenced by the video. And so it sounded like it was a really solid amalgamation of a couple styles there. And then, of course, I'm sorry, but I did get sucked in with the surf stuff, and you guys know me. Look at my logo. This is my world. I live, you know, in Hawaii, in a rural part of the island. You know, I surf every second I can. And, well, every second it's under 10 feet now. The older I get, the better I was. But, so I was kind of hung out on that. So that was kind of a cool surprise. This was the first time in 40 videos I've done so far that I've covered a band that shot on the beach, and they all actually surf. So I thought that was cool. Anyhow, if you have any suggestions on some other songs from this band, please let me know. I want to thank you guys for hanging in there. These next couple weeks, I'm going to be 2, maybe even 3 a day. I will take the weekends off. And so I appreciate you guys hanging in there. Also, I just want to let you know, I did expand my social media footprint. So I've got down below in the description other places you can drop suggestions on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And of course here on the comments as well. And like I said before, if you see fit, you want to buy me a cup of coffee, all right. It also helps what I do with the kids. And if you're curious about that, the link for what I do with the kids as well is down there for you to check out. And oh, who doesn't have merch? That logo that you saw, I've actually got shirts and stuff, you know, why not? And 100% of that goes to the kids. That's my fundraising stuff. So anyhow, you guys take care of yourself, and I'm chilling for the rest of the day. Got more stuff coming tomorrow. All right. All right.